Good morning, everyone. Well, this is going to be an interesting session because we have an eclectic set of panelists here. And as I always, earlier used to say that retail insights are always grounds up. And who are these people who, not that, national or international retailers don't put the ears to the ground, but actually when the action happens at the ground, we actually go back to these set of retailers and check with them what's happening. Many of these retailers that you're going to hear today are the people on whom a lot of national and international brands ride. A lot of market insights are pulled in from these set of retailers. So without taking much time, because I've been told we are on a tight leash on the timing, so I would request the retailers to introduce themselves and give one very important insight, post which we will then move in to the audience for their inputs. Yeah? Sir, starting with you.
Hi, my name is Rupam, and I am the MD of Ways Ahead Global. So it's a data analytics and AI company. We are Singapore-based and UAE-based. So one insight that I could see today, I mean, with generative AI and agentic AI and stuff like this, every CXO is worried that what is happening in terms of AI. So I would just like to say that actually there are two AIs running, one inside organization and one outside organization. We should not be worried about what is going outside. Let's focus on what is inside, how my AI will drive my future in retail. That's my insight for today. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Tushar this side from Kapsons. My insight is very different from Rupam's insight. I would say after being in so many decades in retail, it's very important to go back to your roots and get the customers to the stores back, like doing some kind of events, getting them back, because sometimes people forget that you were also in the market. So it's very important to get them to the store and show them what you're doing, show them how the atmosphere is, and build on it.
Okay, Rupam, I've got a question for you.
Sure.
Since y'all have been there and, knowing y'all have been there, done that, how do you see 2025 going? I think a lot of retailers here would like to understand. How do you see 2025 for specifically fashion retail?
So for us, it has been a great start since 1st of January, and we're growing in the like-to-likes. And the changes we are seeing right now is a drastic shift in what people are expecting in terms of fashion. And when I say changes, it is everyone's going back to the the 80s and the 90s look. So anyone who's providing that and trying to create a character to the stores and providing those kind of outfits, that is going to move forward. And when I talk about outfits, people are actually start looking for outfits, men, women, everyone. It's no more about a single product that they want to buy. It is the entire look and feel they're looking for.
The whole ensemble is what you're saying. Thank you. Next up, we have Rakesh
from RS Brothers.
And Rakesh comes from a pretty large retail background from South. Yes, Rakesh, over to you.
Hi. My insight would be...
Stand up, please.
My insight would be to grow gradually. Growing as in going to new places, like expanding to new locations, as well as growing with retaining the old customers. Because once the customer steps in, you have to take care of them and see that he comes to you again and again. That will help you grow like to like, as well as the growth happens by expanding to new locations, going to tier 2 and tier 3 cities, and taking care of the new markets. That's it.
Thank you, Rakesh.
Hi, my name is Avneesh and I'm managing part of Madan Retail's Prayagraj. So as a regional retailer, I think in this era of social media and consumer connect, the innovative marketing ideas and direct consumer connect is very important with the consumer, because that is what it is like. That is what will bring customers to our stores, brick and mortar stores, and that is the insight I wanted to share today.
Thank you.
Hi, I am Mishra from Abacus Lifestyles. My insight would be that after COVID, the customer is ready to experiment, and affordable fashion is here to stay. And I think price points and multiples and everything are gone. And now the customer is looking for affordable fashion. And on the retail front, the experience inside the store has become more important than the product itself. So these are the two key insights I would like to share. And I guess that is what...
So you're saying affordable fashion. By affordable fashion, are you meaning value retail, value fashion?
Not exactly value retail, but yes, the advent of social media and everything, the customer today wants to wear a new merchandise every day. And finally, in India, we are now, there is an awakening happening in the customer, where the customer is differentiating between fast fashion and actual fashion. Now the customer he is able to differentiate between what is fast fashion. He wants to buy and he has to be on social media every day. So he has to put in, dress up that way, deck up that way.
So therefore the value goes down?
Yeah, the value goes down, yeah.
So that's value retailing. So basically what you're saying is value retailing is here to stay.
Yeah, but it is, you cannot look at it as a monetary perspective. The fashion element has to be.
Okay, so you're saying fast fashion.
Yeah, fast fashion.
Lovely. Okay. Your mic is here? Oh, you don't have a mic? There. Yeah.
Happy morning. I am Murali. I represent GV Mall and Akriti. We have two brands across Andhra and Telangana. With due respect, my insight is design is the center of the business. Don't get deviated. That product centricness is always has to be there. Your online, offline, HI, AI, everything goes with the design centric. So let's stick to that design. And your passion, your journey, everything has a story from there only. Stick to that.
Okay, Murali, I've seen your mall. I've been to your mall. I want to understand from you, how are you seeing the consumer shift happening at your mall, which is in a tier 2 city? Yeah. So how do you see the consumers shifting, their buying behavior, their consumption? How do you see that changing in your mall? Because you all have been there for some time, so you'll have seen the transition happening. How do you see that?
Yeah. So if we can give the product and the experience, if we can balance it well, you can always win and win-win.
So you're saying that the brands who are there in your mall are actually seeing good consumption?
Yes.
So, okay. So technically you're saying Bharat works. India works, of course, but Bharat also works.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah. If we can give the both product and experience, we can be.
Okay. So product and experience. All right. Okay.
Check. Hi. I'm Mrunal. I represent BS Channabasappa and Sons from the heartland of Karnataka. We're a retail store spread across central and a bit of North Karnataka. We do everything to do with clothing, from saris to kids and everything, from a 200 rupee sari to a 2 lakh rupee sari, anything and everything. My insight today would be very rightly like how Sir was saying and how Kapsons person also was saying, that product is the center, product is number one. So as a retailer, we only have control over two things mainly. One is our sourcing and the experience that we get to give the customer. So if your sourcing is very strong and if you're very, if the pulse of the customer is what you understand, that's sorted. And the second thing, what differs from my store to all the other market channels is that I can give a lot of physical touch points to my end consumer. So from the time they arrive in their two-wheeler, four-wheeler, or by any other source of transportation, from there till the time they move out of my store, what are the touch points that I am able to touch them? So if I can take care of each of those points, product and the experience, like Sir said, that is something that we can definitely
Okay,
do.
I have a question for you. Mrunal, tell me, since we are seeing a huge advent of Gen Z and millennial now moving into the business, they are largely the buying base. How are you doing things in your store to get them into your store to make sure, because I know your entire format has been there for a long time very traditional, and then adoption of modern, IT and, services and all of that, I know. How are you attracting Gen Z and millennial into your stores? How do you now move on to the next phase?
See, if you think hard about it, it's a hard question. If not, it's a very simple and easy question. Okay. You just have to know, I mean, see, I am also from, I'm borderline Gen Z and millennial. So I know what's running in my mind, what's important for me, what's important for my clan. So if I understand those aspects, rightfully like he said, now people are looking for the entire outfit. It's the entire ensemble that they're looking for. It's not just, let me go get a t-shirt. Let me go get this look because I want to go here, I want to do this. So that is what's there. So like in our store, what we're trying to do right now is each product category is focused, is given the complete focus. Like if the customer comes into my store, I don't want to sell only a shirt to them. Because I'm selling the entire outfit, I'm also focusing on innerwear, I'm also focusing on accessories, I'm focusing on footwear. Each is given its own importance. You enter my accessory section, you will feel like it's an EBO of accessories. That's something that we're trying to create, and that's working for us as well.
Lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm Vikram Bothra, and I guess I'm representing the real Bharat. Now, I come from Northeast. I'm representing Northeast, and I come from a town which is not be categorized or tier 3 or tier 4 because the population is around 40,000. That's where the real Bharat is. And we have been there in the business for last 200 years. I'm the 6th generation of my family running fashion and retail departmental store in that pinnacle of Bharat. And I was just listening to my speakers and fellow speakers. One thing I can say for sure, that the real substance of this 200 years of being in the fashion business, serving the people right there, is experience. People would always come to you for experience, what they would like, and everything, personalization, AI, demand, planogram, everything revolves around that experience. What I also want to bring this fact is that after COVID, customers have gone really smart. I mean, we talk about AI, we talk about technology, we talk about everything in retail nowadays, every minute, every second. What is why we are talking about that is that customer, every minute, every second, is getting smart. And the one thing that we need to really work from now on to catch on to their smartness is to make our people smart. I'm talking about team. We talk about team building, training, development. That's where experience is. You make your store beautiful, you keep best of the products, your SKUs are good, you have great pricing, you've got great ambience, everything is great. What requires to sell that greatness is great people, smart people. So I think this is the era that you use technology to make people smart. Because smart people would make the real use of technology and make the whole experience smart. I think, this is what I want to kind of...
So the question to you is, from my side, since you talked about technology, we all know that larger part of discovery today happens on the digital platform, whether it's your mobile phone or whether you're on your laptop or your iPad, whatever. Now, how is it that you all are changing yourself to come into the same bandwidth that national and international players are also working on? Like, for example, I know a lot of brands in India, national or international brands, who are not spending those huge amount of money on non-digital assets when they set up their marketing. They are focusing a lot on digital because that's where the discovery is. What are you all doing, since you spoke about technology?
I think, technology is a little abused word. I can say it from my experience. We just saw a presentation from Technopack, and we saw very fancy numbers that, offline retailers, brick and mortar retailers are growing like 20%, 30%, 10%, 11%. Why? Customers at the end of the day if they want to have a fashion, if they want to buy fashion, they want experience. Digital space can never give that experience to a customer. It can make him smart. It can realize that what is the fashion which is running ahead, what is the fashion that he has to imbibe, what is the fashion, which shirt, let's say which kurti or which blazer he wants to wear. He can know that. He can make him intelligent, but he can only experience to that fashion by going to an offline store. So I guess technology would increase the intelligence, but experience would only come by walking into a store, getting the feel of the store, going there, being there, and getting that real services from there.
Well, that's what I like about all of y'all is that y'all have a 300% belief on brick and mortar and how to improve brick and mortar, which is very good, Yeah, next on we have somebody who's been there in this, although not looking at him by his age, but his entire family business has been there now for 144 years. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the businesses in India where I basically personally feel, because I'm a customer of his, and I think a great transition from traditional to what they are doing today. Over to you, Mayank.
Thanks, Sanjeev, for the kind words. So I'm the partner and CEO of Mohanlal Sons. As Sanjeev mentioned, it's a 144-year-old family-owned business. We inherited this from the British, and as time has evolved, we have evolved ourselves as well. So, my 2 cents are that, most of us are regional retailers here. We are very good at, being right. As we have the pulse of the customer, very good at giving front-end experiences. My whole focus internally for our company over the last 2 years has been to get the right product at the right time, at the right place. It sounds very easy, sahi maal, sahi jagah, sahi time pe pahuncha do, lekin it is the most difficult thing, especially for a retailer of our scale. So we grew from about 10 stores pre-COVID to about 40 now. So it was a very rapid growth. We build the skills, we build the capabilities at the front end, but what we realized 2 years back was front end pe to ho gaya, back end hum log पागलपंती हो गई. Stores पे माल नहीं था, warehouse full हो गया. So we were in a complete mess. So in fact, Neeraj is here from BI Retail. So we started working with him about 2 years back, pretty closely, and it's still a work in progress. But we started doing precision buying. So we are using some of the use cases they have, pre-season buying, OTB use cases, and then now we are in the process of implementing ARS. So these little things, we had never done as a traditional retailer before, but now that we've started doing this, because same-store growth is a challenge everywhere in retail. Same-store growth is in very low single digits right now. But overall, this year, for example, our overall revenue has grown by 15%, but our inventory level has come down by 15%. So we are on the right path. So my 2 cents is that we should focus right now as regional retailers more on the back end, rather than just the front end.
All right, next up is Mr. Goel. Mr. Goel is somebody who's been managing national and international brands for a very long time. They are brands which actually ride on him, and he's been there for a very, very long time, a chartered accountant by education. Known him now for more than a decade now. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, everyone. So I'm Naveen Goel, MD Panchanan International and Goel Retail Products. We are into B2B, B2C, and e-com, all the 3 segments of fashion retailing and wholesaling. So as asked by Sanjeev sir, my insight is that our stores have to be focused on the local taste of the location where we are opening. Why I'm saying this, that when MACD came to India, they had their own SOPs and what they want to sell, what they don't want to sell. But all of us know that they were forced to introduce Navratra special MACD during the Navratra days. So if a large corporation of the size of an MACD has to localize based on the country or based on the religion or based on the zone where they want to operate or they are operate, obviously we have to take a cue from them. Even if we create SOPs to run our organizations, each retail location has to be conscious of the we make sure that we always choose a local partner who is in touch with the grassroots of that, or that space, who is able to speak the language of that particular location. And that local touch makes a lot of difference. Makes a lot of difference. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Goelji. We just have, we have Ashish who's joined us. Sorry, I'll first go with you. Where's the mic here? Can somebody get a mic, please? Yeah. Please introduce yourself and then insight from you.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I am Abhinav Kumar. I am the Director and CEO of Brand Concepts Limited. We are a fashion accessory retail company. We focus on bags and accessories as a market, right from travel gear to small leather goods to women handbags. It's a listed entity. We are listed both on National Stock Exchange as well as Bombay Stock Exchange. May come as a surprise, we are into licensing. We do brands like Tommy Hilfiger, United Colors of Benetton. We've launched Aeropostale. We've recently acquired Juicy Couture also, which we are about to launch in India. The journey started in about 2007, when I started this company along with my co-founder, Prateek. And we are also manufacturers at the back end. When we started this journey, we looked at bags as a space, and we realized that there was hardly any fashion happening in bags, right? So when you went to a traditional luggage store, you would find the same boring black, blue, at best, a little bit of a brown. That's what the industry was. And as a prediction, we've been into retail. I've been into retail for a very long time. The prediction was that, you know, sooner or later, fashion is going to come in every accessory segment. And the power of accessories, you know what, we all focus on apparel. Whereas today, if you now look at most of the apparel companies and most of the friends who are running these successful apparel brands, and now they say that, Abhinav, we see the rise of accessories, we see the contribution of accessories rising, right? Right from department stores to individual brands. And we caught on to that. We saw white space. And that's what we started doing. And today now, if you see, you know, if you go onto the airport, you'll be seeing all the colorful bags coming out. When you're picking up your bag from the carousel, you find branded bags happening, colorful bags happening, fashion coming into this segment as well. We are both, we have our own stores by the name Bagline. I don't know how many of you would have seen them, but we now have almost 50 stores across the country. We're well distributed across all department stores and everyone. My two-bit is that two things that I would like to say. One is, you know, fashion is here to stay. Fashion is a one-way street. You know, until unless you've squandered all your wealth, you never go back. You just keep moving ahead. You know, so every brand, right from commodity, when you come to a mass, and then you come to a mass premium, then you go to a premium, super premium, bridge to luxury. Every brand today has a potential, looking at the base that India has a potential to grow for the next 10 years, right? There's no stopping, but yes, you have to get the right pulse of that market, right, to reach the right consumer audience. How do you approach the consumers with that product? That's something that's gonna make the difference. So one is that, and second is, I hear a lot of debate about, you know, brick and mortar and online. And what I believe is that they're gonna exist parallelly. You know, it's always gonna happen like that. They're gonna exist parallelly, and hence the whole drive of Omni, you know. At the end of the day, it's servicing that one consumer, whether you're servicing him digitally or whether you're servicing him from a physical retail. But it's about serving that consumer and how seamlessly you could do that, whether it is from your store, whether it is from your own website, or whether it is from marketplace. The consumer should have a same experience wherever he touches the, you know, the brand's product or the brand touch point. So that's what we focus on, getting the same seamless experience across all our channels. And yeah, That's about it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, so please go ahead. We have someone who's just walked in. Anant, please.
Hi guys, I am Anant Agarwal from Agra. Image Marketing is our company. We founded our company in 2010 with a vision to open retail stores and penetrate into smaller markets with fashion, which was not present at that time in India. So we have opened up approximately 30 stores in smaller towns like Eta, Muradabad and everywhere in UP. And our goal is to expand our retail space into smaller markets to get more fashion customer in those stores, in those areas.
So Anant, I have a question for you because you're somebody I know, not that others haven't, but I have interacted with you, worked with you in my earlier assignments. I think what I want you to tell them is, are you seeing some sort of a consumption shift or higher consumption or more awareness in these very small towns? And I think the towns that you spoke about is somewhere around a population of 1 lakh, 2 lakh,
3 lakh,
2 lakh,
4 lakh.
So gentlemen, this is absolutely hinterland, okay? This is hinterland, and we shy away. A lot of national and international retailers, we shy away from these smaller towns in India. But let me tell you, that's exactly where the business is happening. Although you'll see a lot of people coming to cities from these towns to buy and then go back. But as you keep opening in these cities, the consumption is growing. So what do you think?
So I think one thing is people are moving towards more premium products now in smaller markets.
In smaller markets?
In smaller markets, especially like cities like Agra, you see. So it's one example is there. I opened a store in a small town called Gajraula.
Gajraula, yes.
Gajraula. So nobody, when I told every company that I'm opening a store in Gajraula, everybody laughed there, what are you doing here? Gajraula is no place on earth. And when I opened and we got good numbers, everybody roped in. I mean, after 1 year, 10 stores roped in for different brands. So it was like one success story which we went to one market, जो कि बिल्कुल ही unexplored था, कि लोग कह रहे थे कि क्या कर रहे हो वहाँ पे. ऐसे ही एक एग्जाम्पल था अमरोहा काइंड ऑफ सिटी वी एंटर्ड, मतलब टाउन है, सिटी भी क्या टाउन है. सब ने बोला क्या कर रहे हो वहाँ पे, कौन जाता है वहाँ पे, कुछ नहीं है. एंड देन वी ओपनड एंड वही हुआ, सेम स्टोरी. Most brands came behind us and it's like, it feels good that you explore a place and then other people rope into your market and it creates a market, overall new market for the place.
So this is exactly the insights that we've been looking for at IFF. Is because, had I taken this name outside, if they wouldn't have spoken about it and I would have spoken about these places outside, a lot of business development people would have looked at me and said, sir, what are you talking about? Yahan pe to kuch retail hota hi nahi hai. There's absolutely no retail happening here. But look, here is a live example of how Bharat is moving.
So our main focus is not on India, on Bharat we have our main focus.
Well, that's an insight for you. Okay, great.
Thank you.
Ashish ji.
Hello everybody. I am Ashish Rathi from Lucknow. Shakambhari Enterprises is my company name. We are into this business for almost 25 years now. So we started with the distribution of various lifestyle brands. Then we got into lifestyle retail also. So we are currently we are operating almost 50-55 stores for various lifestyle brands. So retail, as we see, is evolving every day. The consumer preferences are changing. So there is a lot to learn and there is a lot to experience, and which requires innovation as well. So we try to bring in the best we can give in terms of training, in terms of merchandise management, in terms of location selection and all. But again, the thing is, since it's a very competitive environment, we have to be on our toes every time. So that's why team becomes a very important, a very crucial part where we can, the most important investment as of now, I find, is on the team. If we have a good team, then running the show would be easier. So that's my insight. Otherwise, being associated to so many lifestyle brands, we get to learn numerous good practices from and implementing all of them. In fact, learning from somewhere else and implementing on a different brand, it helps always. So adoption of good practices helps a lot. So that's my insight with this.
Okay, so I'll ask you a question which I'm sure everybody out here who's been a retailer in India is very keen to know. I'm at least very keen to know. Post the opening of 2 very large malls in Lucknow, has Hazrat Ganj changed?
So there's a shift in the consumer behavior. So all the lifestyle brands and the apparel ready-made categories have shifted to malls because the retail space has gone almost 6 times. The supply of retail space has gone almost 6 times. And the consumer doesn't multiply at that ratio. So the thing is that now at Hazrat Ganj, categories which are not into malls are doing better. That's the shift that we have seen.
So you mean more of flagships which need a high street location?
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
We have to create a destination. In case we have to work on a high street, we have to create a destination for a consumer to walk in.
Right.
Yeah. We should give him a reason why he has to come to our store. Otherwise, malls are giving a better ambience, better environment. So, and plus it is a mix of entertainment, food and everything. So that's why people prefer going to malls, right, as of now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ashish. Thank you so much. I think I have covered all of them. So I would now request if the mic can be passed around if anyone in the audience wants to give an insight. We have 13 minutes to go. Yeah? Ah, sorry. Satish is pending, so we'll take Satish on. Satish, your mic.
Yeah. I'm Satish, Gurram. I'm from GB Mall. I'm from a very small town called Khammam. Our funda is very simple. To move forward, go backward. Matlab, to showcase yourself, strengthen your back end. As you know, Diamond has 52 faces. We have to shine every face of it. So what we do is we try to improve in every aspect of the business, like including finance, supply, purchase, everything we'll take care of, and we do improvements in human resources, and we make our team to be take ownerships to improve to the business. So it's a simple funda. Shine your every face of the diamond. It will be so beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Next up, we have Neeraj. Lots to learn from all of you.
Thanks, Sanjeev. This is unexpected, but yeah, we can always talk. So you're talking of what's changing and what's the insight, right? Just a quick brief. I'm not a retailer, but I've been associated with this great industry for almost 20 years now. What I bring over here is more of collective intelligence that way. I've probably had conversations with more than 600 retailers over all these years, and everybody's challenge is different, right? But then there is some commonality today. I'm going to pick on one topic that I'm talking about even later in the sessions today, but everybody understands technology is a great boon, but everybody struggles with actually getting that ROI out of the time and money that you invest in technology. So AI, everybody's heard of AI, right? Just with a quick show of hands, how many of you actually are using any form of AI in your business today? Superb. Excellent. But we are still seeing about less than 7 to 10% of that. You know, AI has been there for ages. I think it has come to the forefront thanks to ChatGPT. My insight today is don't let technology scare you. Nobody knows everything. So like Mayank said, I think partnerships are the way to go. Find the right people who actually can help you get the right ROI out of technology, but don't shun it just because there is a sense of not knowing what you can do with it or how to go about doing with it. So that's my insight.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll now move up to the audience. Yes, please. Can somebody pass the mic? Sir, could you please introduce yourself and then give your insight?
Check.
Yeah,
Sure.
we have very limited time, so
Sure, I'll be very
thank
quick,
you.
sir. So my name is Nilesh Lilani. By profession, I'm a CA, and helping lots of MNCs with compliances and all. Now it's time to help my father and my uncle with more than a GST return to help with them manufacturing business. So we are into manufacturing of ethnic wears. So I don't have insight, but I do have a question from the real Bharat makers that cities like Tier 2 cities, we have that if any new malls is opening up, we see the huge crowd is coming up. Let's say 30,000, 40,000 crowd is moving in. But after some time, a few malls follow up. But later, it's very becoming very hard to bring that audience back to the podium. And what I realized that what are the few things which one can do to bring the customer back to these stores. So that is the key insight, because entire shebang is really regarding giving the experience to the customer. But what are the key things we can do to bring those customers back to our stores?
So I'll answer that for you quickly. See, if you go back 25, 30 years, we had a lot of time and very less retail, right? Today, when you see, we have too many brands and very less time, right? So your question was, when a center opens up, you initially see that huge crowd coming in, and then over a period of time, you see that. Now, that's not the right comparison, because I'm sure people who are mall owners here will agree to it that there is a certain gestation period. So when you go into a small, like Khammam, for example, when you go into a place like Khammam and open a center, it takes people there some time to get used to shopping there, right? Because they're so used to high street, they're so used to, going there, and then you have those relationships with the retailers who know not only your name, but your grandchildren's name and your daughter's name and their birthday and all of that, right? So it takes centers to establish over a period of time. Well said, yeah, but it's like a wedding. You have a wedding, everyone comes, and then slowly it kind of settles down. Yes, please.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Sanjeev. Always lovely to hear you. My name is Sudhir. I represent Green Honchos. We are one of the sponsors of this event. I just thought of sharing a quick insight. I must say, I spent about a year and a half in Dubai, and I've come back to India. The sentiment in India and the acceptance of India outside is phenomenal. I think the times are great. I agree with Abhinav, Neeraj, everyone, Mayank, to the extent that this is the era where we have to look at collaboration. When we talk about providing the right experience, when we are talking about leveraging digital technology offline to provide omni-channel experience, I think today the customer wants more. They are looking for ease. Today you would see even offline stores are using online to get footfall. A classic use case, there are so many use cases and we will talk about that. But then what I just want to say is, it's the time where the customer wants to buy online and get delivered at the store. They want to shop at the airport, get it delivered to a friend's place. So how we all can get together, leverage technology, leverage AI, provide a unified experience, and then end of the day, see a growth story is what I feel India is all about, and I'm pretty excited to be part of this session. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's so lovely to hear you again, once you're back from Dubai. Hi, yes, please.
Hello, everyone. This is Kuldeep. I am from GDX, Japan, Tokyo. We basically work bringing Japanese fashion brands to world, global. My insights for this 2025 is that there is, in this event also I've heard about localization, but somewhere we are missing about globalization, right? There are very famous brands across here like Mohanlal or somebody who's 100 years old. Why do we restrict ourselves only to India? Let's take ourselves to global platform. India, world is looking at India, right? We have fantastic numbers here. People are waiting for Indian brands on the global platform. There is logistics, supply chain management, everything has improved with digitization, right? So let's not limit ourselves to India. Let's go global. There are Japanese brands, because we work in Japan, so we know that. We work with Onitsuka Tiger in Thailand. We operate their retail stores in Thailand. We work with Wacoal. We work with Shimimura, which is the second largest brand in Japan after Uniqlo. We work with them in Thailand and opening up the retail stores and managing complete operations and everything. Now these brands are looking to come to India. But because our retailers or the collaborators here are so restrictive to localization, sometimes they are not accepting the brands which are coming from the Southeast Asia part. We are accepting brands from US or maybe Western part very easily. But this brand, maybe because of language barrier or something, they want to enter into our market, right? But how do we do it? So that's a challenge we are facing right now. We have reached till Thailand, but still India is a bit far from us.
Yeah, okay. So I'll answer that for you. It's not that Indian retailers are not going global. I can rant away names right now of brands who have been there globally, who are moving globally, whether it is the Aditya Birla Group or whether it is Raymond or whether, there are so many brands. But yeah, of course, it takes time to saturate a country like India and thereafter look at it. Coming back to your questions about Japanese brands or brands from Southeast Asia, I don't think that is the case. Because today, if you look at the number of brands who are there in India, whether it starts with Uniqlo and, a whole lot of H&M and I'm not talking specifically Southeast Asia, but a whole lot of other brands. They are coming into India, and absolutely, I mean, if you actually look at her report, or if you have gone through it, I think India scores the highest in terms of the CAGR growth. So therefore, it takes time. First, we as Indians like to set our home right, and then, but that doesn't stop Indians going abroad or setting up stores. Go to Dubai, go to the malls in Dubai, you'll see many, many Indian brands. Thank you. Who's up next? Yes, the lady out there. Just a moment, sir. They've been in the queue. Yes, can someone pass on a mic, please?
Hello, everyone. Good morning. So I am Anshika Gambhir. I am working as the Director for Strategy at Indemite. It's a consulting firm. So my insight for today and in general, which I tell everyone, is related to data. So I have scaled a lot of brands, right, at Myntra or Curefit or, my last stint at Bewakoof. One thing that I feel that differentiates a good brand versus a great brand, also a good brand in terms of profitability, EBITDA, is the data that you can utilize. One space that fast fashion, somebody also mentioned earlier, is growing and is here to stay. But a lot of times we don't know where to start. Like, how do I know what Gen Z is looking for? And how do I make sure that working in that value segment, I still make profit? So the solution for all of that, re-emphasizing, is data. So you have a lot of insights, be it through Google Ads Analytics. You have, like, Stylumia is also giving you a lot of information. Even if you can utilize your own brand data, right? So my hunch is that 70% if you use data, 30% a little bit of trends, even that you can get from, let's say, WGSN, etc., you can win the race. And yeah, that's how you should build your strategy and make sure you're profitable. We've had good success at both profit and revenues. Data is the way to go. And
thank you so much. Thank you. We just have a minute to go. So is there just one last question? Yes, sir? It has to be an insight.
Sir. Yes.
Can you wrap up in 15 seconds, 20 seconds? Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, dear gentlemen and gentlewomen, so this is Bhaskaran from Credence Inspection Services. So, here I would like to give the insight about the quality, since we are into quality partner. There are several brands growing up in terms of startups and grown brands also there, but still they have the challenges in qualities when they are having a manufacturing. So in such cases, to support them, and if they are sourcing from global, like Vietnam, or they are sourcing from Bangladesh or Sri Lanka, anywhere else in India also, then there will be a quality challenges. Then we are here to support.
So that was not an insight. That's
yes,
a
sir.
pitch you're doing for your business.
Yes, sir.
But okay, what's your insight?
No, insight is, sir, so in there is a skill, there is a lack of skill in the manufacturing. So where the brands face the quality challenges in terms of manufacturing when they are coming into new to the market.
Right, so they have to come to you.
Yes.
Perfect. Got it.
Thank you.
So you need to go to him when you have quality challenges. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, as we wrap up, we just have 20 seconds to go. It was wonderful, and I think, it's a dream getting a panel like this, because this is where the actual insights of Bharat comes in. We all, mighty retailers, big retailers, we talk a lot of data, analytics, everything. Maybe, the retailers sitting here use 50% of that, but what they actually do is put their ear to the ground, and they exactly know when a trend changes, they exactly know when prices are going, they need to move pricing, they exactly know when to tell national retailers not to give a discount because you're sitting with huge inventory. Do not give discounts because the market is buying fresh. But do we listen? No, we don't. So at the end of the day, I think thank you everyone. Thank you so much for coming across from different parts of India to give us this insights. See you over the next 2 days, and thank you. Thank you so much.